The old man sat by the fireplace, poking gently at the glowing logs. A small smile played across his face, the kind of smile that hides a secret only children would understand. You know, he began softly, when I was a boy, I could see gnomes. Not in books or dreams, real ones. They were small, about as tall as a kettle, with red hats and muddy boots. They didn't talk much, but you could hear them giggling when you lost something. He leaned closer to the fire, eyes twinkling. I first met one when I was 7. It was winter, and I was crying because I'd lost my other mitten. My mother said I should be more careful, but I swore it just vanished. That night, I heard a tiny knock on my window. When I looked, there he was. A little man with a beard like dust bunnies and a grin that looked both kind and naughty. He held my mitten in one hand and waved it at me like a flag. Then he pointed at my socks on the chair, shook his head, and disappeared into the dark. The next morning, my socks were gone. Both of them. That's when I learned something important. Gnomes have a strange sense of humor. He chuckled quietly to himself. After that, he started showing up more often. Whenever something small went missing, a button, a marble, even my sandwich. I knew it was the gnome's fault. But he wasn't mean, he just liked rearranging things. He'd leave a leaf in my lunchbox, or a feather under my pillow, as if to say, "Don't worry, kid, I'm still around." The old man stirred the fire again, the flames flickering like memory itself. Then there was a girl. Her name was Emily. She lived next door and always wore her hair in 2 messy braids. She was the kind of girl who could make you forget your homework just by smiling. I liked her, of course, but I was too shy to tell her. One afternoon, I was sitting under the oak tree, thinking about her, and I heard the gnome's laugh from behind the roots. He popped out, holding something shiny, a red marble. He pointed at Emily's window, then at the marble, then at me. I think he wanted me to give it to her. He smiled wistfully, so I did. I went up to her, holding that marble in my sweaty little hand, and said, "It's magic. It'll make your wishes come true." She laughed, and before I knew it, she leaned over and kissed me on the cheek. And just like that, the gnome was gone. I looked around, but he'd vanished completely. No footprints, no giggle, not even a missing sock. At first, I was sad. I thought maybe I'd lost him forever. But after a while, I realized something. Maybe he'd just done his job. Maybe gnomes only visit lonely kids, the ones who need a little help finding courage, or someone to laugh with in the dark. And when you finally find that bit of warmth, when someone makes you feel seen, they quietly slip away. The old man's eyes softened as he stared into the fire. Now I tell my grandchildren that it's still the gnome's fault when things go missing. When a sock disappears, when the cookies are gone, when a toy is nowhere to be found, it's easier to blame the gnome than to be angry. And who knows, maybe he's still out there, making sure someone, somewhere, gets their first kiss under the same kind of sky. He laughed gently, a sound that felt like an old story being tucked in for the night.
One sock's gone. I looked all night. It vanished clean, no trace in sight. The laundry hums, the floorboards creak. The gnome's been here, I heard him sneak. It's the gnome's fault, don't you see? He's laughing softly under the tree. When something strange just slips away, it's the gnome, that's what I say. The cat keeps staring out the door. Her tail is twitching more and more. She sees the gnome, I'm sure she knows. He's hiding where the clover grows. It's the gnome's fault, don't you see? He's laughing softly under the tree. When something strange just slips away, it's the gnome, that's what I say. The cookie's gone, the milk's half low. He tiptoed off in the candle glow, but that's alright, he leaves some fun. The night feels warm when chores are done. and Dad were mad today. Now they're smiling anyway. Could it be the gnome somehow? It's the gnome's fault maybe now. It's the gnome's fault maybe now.